Good day, my dear learners in grade 12 CSS. Welcome to another lesson of our subject Practical Research 2. Our topic is instrumentation and statistical treatment. Instrument development begins with the deciding what type of research instrument that will be used in your study. In deciding your research instruments, ensure that you should start with a statement about the objectives of the research study. Review existing instruments with the same variables. How the data will be used. The confidentiality of the data. How long it will take the respondents to answer the interview or survey. The language appropriate to the age group. And that every question that helps you answer the research questions and questionnaires should use appropriate scales. You may also ask for demographic information such as gender or age if relevant, but don't ask for more detail that would be possible to identify people. You should also remember that in constructing your instrument, the number of items should be twice the target number of items, because after the item analysis, you will still have to delete weak items. The next step is to find experts who will validate the content of your instrument. It is also necessary to have instrument checked by a language editor for face validation. Content validation pertains to conceptual content of the instrument, whereas face validation refers to the structure and language used in the study. Revise the instruments according to the comments and suggestions given by the content and face validators. After the content and face validation, you are now ready to pilot test your instrument. You should bear in mind that the actual number of respondents should double the number of your target respondents in the study to increase the validity and reliability of your instrument. During pilot testing, you should also determine the average time the respondents took to answer the instruments. Respondents can also comment on the readability of your instrument. After collecting data from your pilot test, you can now use statistical tests to check the reliability of your instrument. Item analysis is a statistical technique that measures the effectiveness of a research instrument. This is done by getting the difficulty and discrimination indices of the research instrument. Difficulty index pertains to the proportion of students who answer the test item correctly. Discrimination index refers to how well an assessment differentiates between high and low scorers. The formula in computing the difficulty index is P is equal to N sub P divided by N, where P is the difficulty index and N sub P is the number of test takers who got the items correctly, and N is the total number of test takers in a group. As a rule of thumb, if the difficulty index is more than 0.75, the item is easy. But if the difficulty index is below 0.25, the item is difficult. Items with difficulty indices of 0.75 and above, and those with difficulty indices of 0.25 and below need to be revised or replaced. All the rest are good items. The formula in computing the discrimination index is D is equal to U sub P minus L sub P divided by U, where D is the discrimination index and U sub P and L sub P are the number of test takers from the upper and lower group who got the item correctly. In getting the upper and the lower group, you must arrange the scores in increasing order and get the upper 27% and the lower 27% to represent the upper and the lower group respectively. A discrimination index of 0.30 and above is a good item. That ends our lesson for today. This is again Ma'am Marilyn, your teacher in Practical Research 2. Goodbye and mabuhay!